It is time for me to talk about SnapMap. SnapMap has been great ever since this title update happened, and I've been pushing myself to become a better mapper than I was when I first used SnapMap, and boy did I learn so many techniques, and I'm confident to say that I am a better map designer than I was before the update. It's been a lot of fun too, because I finally experimented with player blocking volumes and hell props, and it's just fun with the amount of possibilities you can do with that type of mapping rather than just relying on the preset modules. I'm also glad to see I'm getting more success or buzz from the SnapMap community. Like, I'm getting quote unquote big mappers that are playing my maps, and my city survival map has been getting so much success lately. I'm really proud of the success of that map, and I do plan on releasing title updates based on what I feel is best to improve the experience of city survival. I also released a beta version of City Survival before the official version, and I tried to update it to the official version, but there was a bug where I had two copies of the map, and I deleted one of them and it ended up deleted both of those maps, but not the actual files, so I didn't have to redo everything, but it still kind of sucked because the beta had good ratings and I had to start from the beginning again. Still though, it's nice to see my map is seemingly pleasing a lot of SnapMap players from all platforms. With that said, I'm ready to make a wish list for the third update. Without a doubt, I want more textures for player blocking volumes. I'm just getting bored of using the current texture options, which we have are solid and textured, and there should be more options to use, and I feel like most people that make player blocking volume based maps can agree with me. I'm just getting tired of using the red textured player blocking volumes to make like a sense of blood or black to create some sort of wall, because I feel like these are the best use of player blocking volume mapping techniques because they just seem to look the most appealing, unless there's a special reason why you want to use this color over red and black, like matching colors with another object. I also want the player blocking volumes to be called blocking volumes. I hate barricading the player blocking volumes so enemies don't go through them because it's just so annoying, and since people are starting to adapt this mapping technique and they're also, barricading them too, it's probably best to just call it blocking volumes instead of player blocking volumes. With that said, I also want them to be solid objects too, so I should be able to spawn enemies on top of these objects or put spawn points on them. I think that's really all I gotta say for player blocking volumes, so let's go to the next part. For props, I want to see a lot of new options for using props. The hell props were awesome. You got so many options to create stuff with them, and they looked appealing, but then you have the UAC props where there's just not much things I can do with them, and I believe there should be significantly more useful props, whether it's for decoration purposes or using them to create new objects. The hell props should get new content too, because there's always room for more hell props because they were awesome and having more of them would be pleasing. Here's another thing that I really hope will happen. I want the next update to not cause more bugs and glitches. It really sucks that the update that added the hell modules had the static player blocking volume glitch, or the container item doesn't work as properly unless you gave players like an armor shard or ammo pack. Like, these glitches are kind of frustrating and it can be game breaking too. I can't allow my virtual world map to be co-op because it's a heavily player blocking volume based map and I'm almost out of network, so I can only allow one player to play the game. Not only that, the glitches hasn't been fixed yet. I really hope they rectify these issues once the third update happens and not cause any more bugs and glitches, because that was annoying. I really love the grid module. I'm glad I started my custom modules with that instead of the observation module. However, is there any way it can be bigger? I still think it would be nice if it was bigger, but if they can't do it, that's still okay. I believe there should be some exclusive presets you can have with that module, like having preset skyboxes or walls. I wouldn't have to paint the walls with like black, which is one of the best ways to create a skybox because it makes you believe it's nighttime, but having some beautiful pre-made visuals for that module would be wonderful too. It would also save so much time because I wouldn't have to paint the walls with the player blocking volumes, and that would just be nice. Obviously, objects should have the options to be able to change colors. Can you imagine how crazy that would be? I know I would love to like create a map with a black and red type of wall or something like that. I want to talk a little bit about the hub update. I don't know what happened to them lately. I haven't seen id Software updating the highlighted maps frequently like they used to, but I want to see that coming back. It's always nice if someone can get their map exposed to the public with ease, but who knows. id Software is probably too busy with Quake Champions, and Escalation Studios is too busy with updating SnapMap. Like, I really don't know who's in charge of the hub of SnapMap and how many people are working on the updates of SnapMap, but if I can guess, it's not that much compared to Quake Champions. I think that's really all I gotta say. I do expect to see new modules, and I don't know what kind of theme it's gonna be. It could be more of UAC and hell themed modules, or maybe it'll be like a snow theme or Mars, because from what I'm noticing from the modules is that they're all based on the campaign. In the campaign, you did go through levels that were UAC slash tech based themed. You had your hell themed levels, and then you got the Mars and one snow level. But I don't know what to expect now, but I just hope they're going to be good. I had a lot of fun using the hell module when making maps, and I know there are still some ideas I can come up with to make these modules feel more unique, if you would say. But at the end of the day, I'm really more concerned of the custom module content. It's really cool how SnapMap evolved from just having presets to being more than that. I really can't wait to see how much better SnapMap is going to be with the next update, and I do believe SnapMap will be that powerful tool that id Software is always talking about in their interviews before the game was officially released. SnapMap hasn't peaked in my opinion, but it's definitely showing its strength as an in-game map editor, and it's better than it was when it was released on launch. I do notice people aren't using SnapMap as much because back in like the first month of the game's release, holy crap, when I release a map, I would wait for like a minute and everyone else is releasing a bunch of maps, but now it's not like that anymore. There's not a lot of people uploading maps at a fast rate like before, and I feel like maybe that's why I'm getting more people to play my maps, because I finally have a chance to get an audience going. Because back then it was just hard, especially how often people were uploading maps, and then you have the big mappers that would steal your attention with them getting highlights from the developers themselves, but times have changed. I don't know if it's gonna go back that way once id Software releases the third update, because it could bring back some more people to SnapMap, whether they're a mapper or a player, but I can't wait to see how the new content is going to be like. I hope to see some interesting content from the community, and maybe I can end up making some cool stuff.